sexy back. The mother boys don't know how to act.
Hey guys, this is Mike and Justin in the morning. We're going to do a behind the bumper segment with 1676, the Pascack Pi-oneers, all the way from New Jersey. This year they were winners of the Bridgewater District event. So we're here in the pit. Could you guys walk us through your robot a little bit?
Yeah, all right, I'll take the microphone. All right, so we'll start from the bottom up like we do with the judges. So from starting at the bottom, we have a 6-wheel drivetrain hooked up to two motor Vex Pro ball shifters, 2-speed transmissions. Use pistons to shift them. Got one on either side. So we got our little transmissions hiding down here, right underneath our electrical board. So those are run by, they have 2 sims on each of them. They each have their own talons on them by Across the Road Electronics. Going up from there, we have our 10-point hanging device. And this is pneumatically powered, obviously. We got little surgical tubing here to help lift the robot up into the air, because the pistons just don't have enough oomph by themselves. So these will raise up, and we will put the bar through. Because we couldn't put the bar here, right in front of our shooter, we kind of had to put them a little offset, which is okay, because we built these things strong enough so that our driver can pull up, put the bar right here, rotate the robot over, hit the button, pull the robot up. We have that 5-second grace period at the end of the match that allows us to just lift the robot up and get it off the ground right before that 5 seconds ends. Now these are built modularly so that they come off in like 3 or 4 bolts, the whole piece comes out, disconnect the tubes, and we're done. Each one can be pulled off independently of itself. The next thing we have is our obvious big shooter here. It's a 90-degree shooter. We have a 6-inch pneumatic wheel up here. It's direct driven to a sim. We have a hopper, which is the top of a 5-gallon bucket, which holds up to 4 discs. We allow the discs to be fed by putting this up and putting our shooter up to maximum height. Both of those, our feeder slide and our shooter, are actuated by pistons. To actuate the second part of our piston, you want to hold the microphone for a second? So to actuate the second part of our piston, we have a stop here that actually moves out into the way. And so we can move it out of the way, go to the bottom level, or we can lift it up and pull it back and go into our middle level. Because our shooter is gravity dropped, but pneumatically raised, this makes it very easy for us to get a 3rd level in there. Probably could do a 4th level, but we don't have a need for it. So we have an 18-foot shot, we have a 10-foot shot, and then we have our feeding slide position when we put the feeder up. We can load 4 discs in about 2 seconds, give or take a 1/10 of a second. We can get the shots out in about 2 or 3 seconds if we're really pushing them. So to help get those shots actually in the goal and not just into the judges or into the refs, we have the Mohawk up here, which is a bunch of zip ties, yellow zip ties, that we use to line up the robot. You get the pole to go right in front of here when we're lining up for the 10-foot shot in front of the pyramid. When we're doing the other shots, it's kind of like not really where we need it, so we just use spots on the bumpers to line up our shots. We have 6 air tanks on the robot with one of the old Thomas compressors that pump it up. What else we got? Oh yeah, we have light rings on here.
Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, we have a light ring and camera to use to aim. This is a green LED light ring, so it shines off the reflective tape, and then it goes back to the camera so we know where to aim to line up for both the 18-foot shot and the 10-foot shot. Yeah, that's really much it. To get to our electronics, we have it, so Chris, you lift up this.
So we got electronics over here.
The whole board actually lifts up, so we have more electronics under the board. Due to the compact size, we have to make things more compact, so that's what we did. Still easy to get to, but it still works as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Do you guys have any more questions?
Yeah, so of all the subsystems on this robot, what would you say was the most difficult to kind of integrate with the rest of them?
The most difficult to integrate is actually a part that's not on the robot. We're supposed to have a ground pickup, and then it's supposed to have an elevator into the robot. The ground pickup works great, but the problem was getting the disc from the ground pickup to the hopper. But we worked like 10 weeks on that, and we still couldn't fit it in the robot. So eventually we said, after going to Mount Olive without it, we said, hey, we're doing just great having human fed. So we went on with that. We made a few improvements, made this bigger to help line up and have it go into the hopper easier. So we've adapted to the situation and worked well so far.
Yeah, that's great. You guys have a great robot regardless, and we wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Dirty babe, you see these shackles